Okay, so those of you that are working, once you click on that, what do you have? Once you click on new and then Google Sheet, what do you have?
Yeah, it's the same thing what
The
you're having on the screen now.
Worksheet comes out.
The same as that I have in the screen. Okay, I hope you are working at the same time with me. I hope you are following. It's really, really important to do it alongside. Very, very important. Okay, I hope you're doing that.
Mr. Fofana.
Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Fofana.
yes.
Okay, for those of us who are using their mobile phone,
Okay.
which one click?
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay, for those of us who are using
if you are using a mobile phone, like I said, you need to download Google Sheet app.
yeah, I have already downloaded.
Okay, good. So if you download it and open it, you should see something similar to this. But then the menus won't be the same. And it will kind of
That's what I'm
cross
asking.
them depending on the kind of mobile phone you have.
Okay.
Okay? What you have on your mobile, is it the same as on the screen?
No, it's a little bit different, but the previous one are the same.
The previous ones are the same. Okay, good. Yeah, actually, it depends on the kind of mobile you're using because some mobiles are less sophisticated compared to others. Okay, but anyway, I'm sure you will be able to follow. In case you cannot find the menu on your mobile, once you play the video and try to use a laptop, it will definitely it will
Okay,
click.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now if you go to your Google Drive and add in a new Google Sheet file, this is exactly the way it's going to look. Okay? This is exactly the way it's going to look. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the framework. We're going to look at the framework and then we're going to look at the menus afterwards. So the framework is this. Right, let me expand it a bit. So I'm going to zoom it to 150% so that you want to see it a lot more clear. Okay, right. So first, before we go to the framework, if you open a new file, it will always say Untitled Spreadsheet. Okay, just like if you open a new Excel spreadsheet file, what does it say? Without naming it, if you open a new Excel spreadsheet file, what does it say? What's the default name?
The same thing.
At times it used to say book 1.
Good, book 1, book 2, book 3. If book 1 exists, next time you create a new one, it will say book 2 like that. Okay, so the same. So with Google Sheet, it says what? Untitled Spreadsheet. Okay, so let's title it before we move. So I'm going to call this spreadsheet as MA3 February 21 practicals. Practicals. Okay. So I'm going to call it MA3 February 21 practicals. Okay. So that's the name of our file. Now,
You also use the same name?
yes, you can use the same name, but maybe after saying practicals, you can put your initial. Okay, let me put my initial. I'll just say LF so that they are not the same. Okay, so I'll put, after that, then I'll put my initial LF so that that can differentiate them. Is that okay? Okay, like if it is Sekou Kinte, you can put all this and you say SK, right? Right? Okay, are we together? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we are together.
Good, good, good. Right, so we're going to go through the frame. Okay, we're going to go through the frame. So this is the frame of Google Sheet. Is this not similar to Excel?
Yes, it is. Huh?
Very
Yeah,
similar.
It's similar, yeah, it is.
Very similar. Okay. So now tell me, because you've done Excel, I want to see how I want to see your understanding of Excel. So these things, these boxes that are labeled A, B, C, D, and so on, what are they called?
Column.
They are called columns.
Columns.
So this is column A, column B, column C, and so on and so forth. So these lines that are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and they run from left to right are called what?
The rows.
They are called rows. Okay. So this is row 1, this is row 5, this is row 10, this is row 15, like that. Excellent. Now, the boxes inside the frame is always the intersection of a column and a row. What is that intersection called?
Cells.
It's called a cell. Okay, so if you click on the intersection of column C and row 4, it is a cell called what? What would be the cell name of this?
C4. C4. C4.
Yeah. And once you click on it, it will show on here. Can you see? C4. Okay. If you click on the intersection of H and 10, what will be the name of that cell?
H10.
H10. Correct. Okay. So I'm happy you know the difference between rows and columns and cells. Excellent. So let's come at the bottom here. Okay, let's come at the bottom here. At the bottom, what are these called? The things that will come here, what are they called?
The worksheets.
They will be called worksheets. Okay, so take it from the point of view of a book. You know, your file, you know, is just like a book. Inside a book, what do you have? Sheets, pages, pages. So this is the book. Inside the book, you have pages. Okay, and they will always be here. Okay, sheet 1. And how do you add the sheets? If you want to add the sheets, you click on the plus. Once you hover your mouse over it, it says add sheet. And if you want to view all the sheets that are active now, you can click on all sheets here. So let's say we want to add another sheet. Okay, let's say we want to add another sheet. We click on plus. So once you click on plus, another sheet will be added, and it will be how to call it? It will be named in order. Like this is sheet 1, this is sheet 2. If I click on plus, I add another one, it will be sheet 3. If I click on plus, I add another one, it will be sheet 4, like that. And each and every sheet looks the same and is the same if you have not populated anything in them. Look at it. If you click on sheet 1, look at it. Same. If you click on it, what's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference? But if you have entered some stuff in sheet 3, which is different from sheet 1, if you open them, they will naturally be different. I hope that's clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the default name that is given to the sheets will be sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Let's say we don't want to call them that. Let's say this file is a file for our financial statements. Okay? If it is a file for our financial statements, we must have a worksheet for our income statement. We must have a worksheet for our balance sheet or statement of financial position. We must have a sheet for our cash flow, okay, our cash flow statement, you know, and we must have a sheet for changes in equity, okay? So instead of having sheet 1, sheet 2, because if they are like this, sheet 1, sheet 2, how will you know that this is the sheet for my balance sheet? How will you know that this is the sheet for my changes in equity? You'll not be able to know it unless you name them so. So how do you name a sheet?
Just double click on this sheet 1. Yeah,
Okay. And you double click on the sheet 1 icon and it will be highlighted. Then you type. Alternatively, you can come and open this drop down box. Once you open it, you can come and say rename. Okay. So any of those is possible. Either double click or you can come and choose rename here. Is that clear? So let's say we want to call it income statement. Okay, we want to call it income statement. Look at it nicely. It says income statement. Let's say we want to call this balance sheet. We can nicely call it balance sheet. Let's say the income statement, we want to color it green. Okay, and the balance sheet, we want to color it, let's say, blue. So how do we do that? How do we do that? We just click open here and then choose change color. Then we can choose green. Very simple. Okay, but the green will not appear everywhere, but it will appear at the bottom here. Okay, as you can see here. This one, let's say we want to change the color to blue. We click come here and then we change the color to blue. Okay, look at it. The blue is appearing at the bottom, whilst the green is appearing at the bottom. Is that clear? I hope you know how to add new worksheets, how to rename new worksheets, and how to color worksheets. I hope you know how to do that, class?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Good, 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 good. So let's say we want to duplicate a worksheet. Let's say the balance sheet, we want to duplicate it so that we can have balance sheet for another year. So how do you duplicate it easily? You can just come here and say duplicate. Once you duplicate, it will say copy off. In Excel, if you duplicate, what does it say? Let's say if you duplicate balance sheet worksheet, what will it say? It will say balance sheet 2, balance sheet 3, like that. If you keep duplicating, it says 2, 3, 4.
Hello, Mr. Favor.
Yes.
Can you go back, please, to duplicate? You say what?
Yeah. If you want to duplicate, you come and click open this drop-down menu and select duplicate. So once you say duplicate, it will say copy off what you duplicated. Copy off balance sheet. Is balance sheet worksheet that we duplicated, and that's why I'm saying copy off balance sheet. Is that clear? So if it's Microsoft Excel, it will say balance sheet 2. If I duplicate again, it will say balance sheet 3, like that. Is that clear? So very similar, but different ways of doing things. Are you clear now? Are you clear now? Okay.
Hello, Mr. Favor.
Yes.
You click the name, the first one that you did, or you click on the cell.
You see at the bottom of the sheet here, can you see? At the bottom of the sheet here, so you click on the drop down. See, look at this drop down here.
Okay.
Can you see this? So you click on that drop down menu. If you see anything like this black spot like this, pointing downwards is a drop down menu. That means if you click it open, there will always be something there. Can you see?
Yes.
So these are everything, all the stuff, all the submenus that are in here. Can you see? So this is what you'll say, and then this is what you'll use and say duplicate. Okay. So if you want to delete a worksheet also, like this one we've duplicated, we don't want it anymore, we want to delete it, same thing. Come here and then say delete. And it will say heads up. Heads up means watch out. Are you really sure? Are you sure that you wanted to do what you are trying to do now? Okay, so it says heads up. Are you sure you want to delete this sheet? Then if you are sure, you say okay. If you're not sure, you say cancel. So I am sure, so I said okay, and it is deleted. Okay, is that clear, everyone?
Yes, Mr. Foreman.
Good. So another feature that we're going to look at, this is the scroll bar. Of course, this is similar in most apps. So you just click to scroll, horizontally or vertically like that by clicking those, buttons. Okay, can you see? Okay. So any questions? Anything so far? Okay. So we're going to move. Now we're going to look at some of the menus and what is available there. We're going to look at it quickly. We're going to have an overview. During the course of our work, we're going to use lots of them in our work. So that will make us familiar to it more. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So the first one is the file menu. So I'm going to go through fast, please. I'm going to go through fast. Most of them, they're very similar to that of Excel, like I said. So once you open the file menu, okay, you can share, okay, just like this share button here. Okay, they do the same work. But the reason why they put shared, on its own, it's that it is very, very, very important as far as Google Sheet is concerned. So that's why you can find it in the file menu, but then it has got its own button. And take note, if this shared here is not green, then that means you don't have internet. If the shared is green, that means you are live, you have internet. But if it is gray, then that means your internet is gone. Please take note of that. Okay? So you have the share, and then if you want to do new, look at it. Like I was saying, I'm on spreadsheet file, I'm on Google Sheet file, but look at it, I can create a new document file, new Word file, new PowerPoint file, new drawing, new form, new everything. This is not possible with Microsoft packages. Okay? So you can you can open a file, you can import a file, you can make a copy of this file. That means you can duplicate this file, okay? You can email this file to someone, you can download it, okay? You can download the file as an Excel file, take note, so you're not missing anything on your Excel. You can download this file as an Excel file. Equally, your Excel file, you can upload it to your Google Sheet and then convert it to a Google Sheet file. Take note of that, okay? So you can download this file into an Excel file by clicking this, and then it will be downloaded, you open it. Now it's an Excel file. But the only disadvantage with that is it's a standalone, it's not live, it's completely dead. If you make any changes on here, they will not communicate. Okay, so take note of that. Right, so you can download it into various options also, including your PDF. You want to make it PDF. Okay, if you want to know about the way, yes.
But it will be the same like the Excel file, no difference with the Excel file when you download.
Yeah, if you download into Excel file, yes, it quickly consumes itself into Excel features. It will be an Excel
also file. When you upload it, you can also upload the Excel file,
very good,
ordinary Excel file, and it will be a Google file.
Yes, no. If you upload an Excel file, there are two possibilities. If you upload an Excel file, you can maintain it as an Excel file in your Google Drive and work just like Excel. But the only problem is some features may not be activated because they are done in different environments. But the best is if you upload an Excel file, convert it to a Google Sheet file, so that if you convert it into a Google Sheet file, you work on it like that. And if you need to download it again into Excel file, after some point, after, like when you're done with your reporting, then you can go again and download it as an Excel file. Is that clear?
Yes, that means you mean that you can download you can have this ordinary Excel file, then you convert it on offline and use it on offline.
No. Yes. If you download this file, then now it becomes an ordinary Excel file, which is only available offline. Okay. So, but if you upload an Excel file into your Google Drive, then it will be live. If you do anything on it, even if you have not converted that file to Google Sheet, it will be online. Everything that you do will be there if you collaborate with people. But the only disadvantage with that is it will have some features that will be lacking, some Google Sheet features that will be lacking. Because mind you, you are crossing from one area to another area. You're crossing from Microsoft environment to a Google environment. Excel is developed by a different company altogether. Excel is developed by Microsoft. Okay, they have some similarities, they have some collaboration, but not all features are the same. I hope you understand that. Okay, so if you upload an ordinary Excel file into Google, your best advice is transform it into a document that Google understands best. That is Google Sheet. I hope that is clear.
So, Fofa,
yes,
it is possible the normal Excel file to transform it to Google Sheet.
Yes, you can. I'm sure some people are asking all this now because at work they have an Excel file which they want. They are thinking, but I can put it in my Google Sheet. Yes, it's very possible. It's very, very possible. You just need to upload it, okay? And to upload it is simple. I've shown you how to upload it. Is by going to your drive, and where it says new, then you say new file upload. Simple. Okay? So Yankuba, don't mind if you have any file that is Yusufa, sorry, if you have any file that is on Excel, you can always upload it into your Google Drive and convert it into Google Sheet and collaborate with people. I hope that's clear, Yusufa.
Yes, it's clear.
Good.
Thank you.
Right. So let's move. Where are we? Okay, so we are on the file menu, right? So we have the to rename a file. You can find that on here. To move a file, to add to shortcut, to move to trust, and so on and so forth. So you have all that, and then printing, spreadsheet settings. You have all that in your file menu. So if you have time, go through this menu at your free time, and then try to play with them. Try to play with it. You're not going to do anything wrong to the system, but by making mistakes here and there, you will learn, and you will learn fast. Okay. So yes,
I'm currently also going through the normal Google Sheet. Sorry, the Excel, but
yes.
I'm not seeing the same feature